You know your teams, you know your missions.
Hang on.
How's it going, guys? It's Dylan from Anything Super, and we have a report coming in today that has to do with the 5th Avengers movie. Some people thought Marvel was going to finish the Avengers franchise with Endgame, but there's still tons more films to be made. We're gonna dive right into this update and break everything down. This news talks about the Young Avengers, the Dark Avengers, and so much more. But before we get into any of that, if you're new, be sure to subscribe with notifications so you stay up to date with all the latest MCU news. The Twitter user, Manny Frill, was the movie insider who mentioned the possibility of a Poison Ivy solo movie and a Black Adam cast announcement at DC Fandom. But I just want to remind you guys to take everything you hear with a grain of salt. While this info seems reliable, it is still unconfirmed officially, so don't get your hopes too high. Let's hear what Manny has to say. His tweet reads, "Cool Avengers news I've been holding on to for a while. Avengers 5 is not what you think it's gonna be. The title is The Young Avengers, something the upcoming Hawkeye series will tease. Avengers 6 is going to be the Dark Avengers, and after that, we get Secret Invasion." Right off the bat, we learn Avengers 5 is not going to be like the rest. The first 4 Avengers films have been pretty standard with a very similar core team each time. Now that Iron Man and Black Widow have passed away and Hawkeye and Cap have retired, it makes sense that Marvel is trying something new. The next Avengers movie is not going to be what you expect, Manny Frill teases. The Young Avengers is apparently going to be the title of the next movie in the franchise. This actually confirms some speculation that was made a few days ago. There was a leak involving the upcoming Hawkeye Disney Plus series. Its working title is Anchor Point, and an update revealed Kate Bishop was going to play a major part in the show. The plot info we got was massive and showed us that the Hawkeye series is going to tie heavily into the Young Avengers, as well as tease them. If you're interested in that video, the link will be in the description. Next, Frill talks about Avengers 6 being the Dark Avengers. We know less about these guys in the MCU, so this movie will likely be many years down the line. Maybe 2026? To be clear, for those who don't know, the Dark Avengers are very different from what you might expect. They're a villainous team that tries to convince the world that they're the real Avengers. In the comics, they're led by Norman Osborn, one of the most famous Spider-Man bad guys. That means that if Manny Frill is telling the truth, we could be seeing Norman Osborn pop up in Spider-Man 3 next year. A lot is unknown about the third Spidey flick, so it's definitely possible. Lastly, Frill mentions the movie we've all been waiting for, Avengers Secret Invasion. This is where Skrulls get mixed in with the real Avengers and everything becomes chaos. Fans are dying to see this movie, and it's super likely Marvel will make this film. Secret Invasion was sort of teased in Captain Marvel and Spider-Man Far From Home. While the Skrulls in those films are portrayed as good guys, you could be seeing some of them turn bad for the 7th Avengers film. We could be seeing a Secret Invasion movie on the big screen in 2028. Which upcoming Avengers movie are you most excited for? Comment your thoughts down below. That's all I have for you guys today. Whenever new information comes out, we'll be reporting it. See you all very soon. This has been Dylan from Anything Super.